One thing I can say about being a Washington fan is, for the most part, we've always had a decent center. Now, that necessarily hasn't been the case for the last couple of years with the Chase Roulier untimely retirement, but it seems to be fixed with the bringing in of Tyler Biadasz, as he is one of the, if not the, best center in football. Let's talk about it.
How I feel? Relax. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rockin' it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Tyler Biadasz and how he is one of, if not the best center in football, and how we finally resolved that issue that wasn't necessarily an issue just a couple years ago. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate it if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into it. So, like I mentioned in the intro, Washington, over the years that I've always watched, and that's been practically all my life, I go back to 2010 because I'm only 20 years old, so 2010 is like when I originally started to understand football. Obviously, I watched football and the Redskins before 2010, but I didn't really like know the ins and outs like how I started to pick up in like 2010, 2011. So from that time period on to like until Chase Roulier retired, I've always remembered us having a decent center like Chase Roulier, Spencer Long, was Corey Littner-Steiger here for a little stint, or maybe it was somebody else. But nevertheless, I've always remembered us having a solid center, and the last couple of years it's been out of whack because of Chase Roulier's retirement. Like, I think one thing a lot of fans kind of took for granted was him and his play, and not just his play, but his availability. Chase Roulier was always there. We never heard anything from Chase Roulier. He was always quiet, doing his job. And then he started to get the injury bug. I think he broke his fibula one year, and then the very next year, same thing happened again. Because I believe it was week 2 versus the Lions, where in 2020, I want to say he's at 2 with Carson Wentz. He broke his leg, and then the following year, I believe he did it again, and then he was like, yeah, I ain't about to go through that road again, and he hung it up. And it's very unfortunate because Chase Roulier was really good, and I think he would have still been here. In fact, he did recently just sign a contract extension with us not too long before the injury bug bit him. So center position was always held down for us. That's one thing I can say. With our offensive line being out of whack, center was always held down. And the last 2 years, it hasn't been the case. It's been a revolving door at the center position. It's not really been good, and as we know, that's where the heart of the line starts. Like, if your interior is off, if your center is off, the one that kind of sets the protection, the one that hikes the ball, the one that's like the star man of that line, if that's all out of whack, then you already know the rest of your line is going to be trash. Last year with Nick Gates, it was absolutely, treacherous with him there. You know what I'm saying? It was horrible with him there. Wes Schweitzer wasn't really pretty with him there either. We really never found a solid center until this season, where we signed Tyler Biadasz, former Cowboy. And he's up there with the Creed Humphreys. He's up there with the Tyler Lindenbaums. In fact, let's take a look at some of his stats headed into this season, and which really made me want to make this video in the first place. It says, per PFF, Tyler Biadasz since 2022 has 1,299 pass blocking snaps. He has 50 QB pressures allowed, and he's only allowed 4 sacks. That's really good for it being a 2-year span. And looking back on it, Dax was kind of kept upright, at least for that interior part of their line. And it was all thanks to him. He was a part of that. He was the one that was in front and setting that edge, right? So I'm happy for it, and I'm excited. Again, we have a young quarterback on the horizon and we need to protect him at all costs. It's going to be important that we get all hands on deck. Now, obviously, we still have an issue with left tackle. We don't know what it is we're going to do. A lot of people want to believe in Brandon Coleman. A lot of people think he can be the left tackle of the future. I'm hoping that's the case, but heading into training camp, that is a little bit of a concern to me. But the interior part has always been good. I know I kept butchering his name last video. I kept saying, I think I kept saying like Connor Williams or something like that. But we got Nick Algrady, Tyler Biotish, and we have another guard too that we brought in. So I like it. You know, I like where we're at. Maybe we'll carve out a role for Andrew Wiley. Maybe he can redeem himself. Last year, it was bad for Andrew, but maybe he could find a new role. Obviously Sam Cosmi's out there, so he's our only man that's steady, that's been there for the last couple of years. And I could just imagine if we had a healthy Chase Roulier to go along with the Sam Cosmi, and then maybe find a way to put Wiley at left guard. It wouldn't be too much holes there. But right now, center and right tackle is the only positions where I'm like, are we set? You know, the left guard position, or should I say right guard rather, with Andrew Wiley, or not Andrew Wiley, Sam Cosmi, sorry. Those positions for me are set, but as far as like the other ones, tackles, I'm really a little bit concerned about them, but I'm excited nevertheless, right? Tyler Biotish is going to be really good for us, and I can't wait to see what we have in store for this offensive line, because again, it's going to be very, very important to protect our young fella, JD5. I want to take a second to give a huge shout out to today's promo and on the promo moving forward. We're sponsored by SeatGeek, ladies and gentlemen. Use promo code WANGOTTI to get $20 off your first purchase. Do you want to go to a Commanders game or concert and you're tired of the expensive tickets? Well, SeatGeek has the cheap and affordable tickets all into their application and their interface. Right now, WANGOTTI promo code will give you $20 off your first purchase. Or let's say you bought the tickets. Let's say you don't want to pay for parking, or you don't want to pay for that expensive parking at FedEx Field. We know how they always like to wax us. Use WANGOTTI at checkout to get $20 off your parking. Go ahead and take advantage of it while you have the opportunity to. All right, y'all. You have a blessed one. Stay safe. Enjoy y'all weekend. I just wanted to come on here quickly to talk about that. Not too much talking about, but in a couple weeks from now, we'll be ramping up because training camp is going to be starting. So, you know, videos are going to be coming out. Longer videos, more in-depth videos. So, y'all stay tuned. As always, me and boy WANGOTTI. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hell to the Washington Commanders. Can't wait for training camp. It's right around the corner. Have a blessed one. Stay safe. Peace.